Hi, welcome back to 5% Truth, where we were talking about Reggie's American Family Insurance fraud and what they did about it. Okay, where we ended, we were talking to Anthony Madero, and when asked about mailing my check to an email address, that he finally admitted to sending it to Neiman Granville's email address and putting the check in her name. Again, he was asked why would he put my check in her name, and he said because I told him over the phone. I said, why would I tell you that? I left Denver, Colorado to pick up my check in person, so there's no reason for me to tell you to put my money in someone else's name. That makes no sense. Another thing that makes no sense is why would you do that on a parent phone call instead of something in writing, notarized? And why would you tell me and Layla that I didn't have to have the release form notarized? You basically gave her permission to forge my name and put Neiman's name and address on the release form. So here we are nearly a year later, and I still haven't been compensated for the wreck in which the car flipped 5 times off the highway. And I have numerous injuries, from a severe pinched nerve. Let's see. Concussion, back injury, injuries to my knees. All of these injuries, and I cannot get any treatment for because the insurance company won't authorize it or pay me my settlement. So while I'm going back and forth with the insurance adjuster and Layla about my check I never got, Layla was forming the second part of her scam. See, along with the $50,000 that I was supposed to get from the insurance company of the car that hit us, Layla, the fraudo, was also saying that we were going to get $100,000 from the car we were in insurance. So now she calls me telling me on a Saturday afternoon that the insurance company is going to call me on Monday to get my statement of the wreck, and after that they were going to pay me during the week. But first she needed the $3,000 upfront fee, and I said I don't have it. She asked, can I get it because the bosses at the firm need it before they can finish my case. I said I could try in a couple of hours. So she says, I just talked to this one guy, and he said that I could get it for $1,500. And so I told her I would try, but I doubt that I could. So she goes, basically, you try and get the $1,500 and I'll lend you the money for now out of my rent money, and you pay me back tomorrow. I said, okay. But when tomorrow evening came by and I couldn't get the money for Layla, the fraud bitch, she snaps and tells me how she spent her rent money to help me. I said, well, I don't understand why there's this big deal about paying your company $3,000 fee on Sunday when in 2 days they're going to receive right at $34,000 for doing the case. She then goes off and says how they couldn't help me with my case anymore because there's too much conflict involved in my case, and they are going to drop off my case. Yeah. You and your firm going to get off my case hours before receiving a $34,000 payoff? Yeah, right. Layla Smith Johnson, you're a lying, scamming hypocrite, and sooner or later you're going to pay. I even tried talking to the insurance adjuster from American Family Insurance about this to show him how she tried to scam me again, but he wasn't trying to hear it. He could have seen on the text messages that Layla was sending me. Her name and phone number was clearly visible on the text, the same number that he was receiving calls from. Now, what I'm getting out of it is there's an imposter. It's Layla and an imposter talking. So you ready? Yeah, let's get this money. Okay. All you have to do is remember your name is Reginald Turner. Okay, what else? So the adjuster told Reggie that he didn't have to get his release form signed in front of a notary public because he is on the road traveling back from Colorado to Texas. So what I'm going to do is forge his name on the release form they gave me to send to him, and I'm going to put his email on it, and I'm going to put his friend girl's email address on it. During the conversation, you're going to tell him that you want him to put your check in her name and send it to her email. If he asks you why, tell him because you don't have an ID card and she's your girlfriend. So you think he's going to go for that. He just told the dude that with someone else on the line that he didn't have to get his release form notarized. What idiot does that? Let alone an insurance adjuster. If he's a bigger idiot, as I think he is, we are fixed to hit a major lick, $50,000. Okay, so how am I going to get paid and who is Nima? It's all good, don't worry. I'll get paid. We'll get paid together, and Nima's good. She's the one who planned all this. Listen, quite as kept, she even staged the car wreck. So if you do good, you could have some more paydays coming. Okay, so remember, your name is Reginald. Now, all other questions he asks, you just pause for a moment, and I'll write the answer on the cue cards. But after the phone conversation's over with, Layla and Joe embrace in a hug as their plan went down perfect. All is left now is to see if this licensed adjuster for a major insurance company would actually pay out a $50,000 insurance policy to someone else other than the person who the claim is for, on someone's voice on the phone and not a notarized affidavit. Alright, so Nima calls and talks to Layla, says, I got it. The dumbass insurance adjuster from American Family actually paid me the $50,000 for Reggie. Yes, indeed, Layla says. Yes, indeed. And that's going to be it with this. I was also letting you know that I was seeking help. Talked to a couple of attorneys. They have notified me to go to the FBI. I've done all that. Like, share, subscribe. There's more information to come. Hopefully, we'll have something good come out of this. Everything else is done. Thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, like, and send everything. If you want to share this, let it be known. American Family Insurance. They are quite fraudulent sometimes. Of course, it may have been Layla that was the biggest part, but anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.